Hey, how goes it, everyone? This is Romoret, and this is a bit different. I'm actually doing a vlog again this time. As most of you probably know already, I'm not in the Midwest anymore. Just a temporary. I actually have traveled out as west as I could go. I'm in California, and I'm working at a large dairy in the area. I basically spent a lot of time working at various dairy industry level large farms every day. So I managed to be able to sneak out and get this weekend off. So the video you'll be seeing today is a little bit different. It's going to be one of my vlogs of where I am right now, which happens to be the Sequoia National Park in California. And I'm really excited to show you all this video because it is gorgeous outside. And people like myself who are from the Midwest know that how flat it has been, how much snow we have. I mean, I came from negative 20-degree weather, and I'm out here in like 60-degree weather. People are looking at me weird because I'm the one guy who's walking around in a t-shirt and a flannel, whereas everyone else has got like jackets and hats and stuff. But I mean, that's just how it is. You people who are like us, you know, from the Midwest, we don't get cold in 60-degree weather. So I just want to leave that there. We're going to explore. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've spent a lot of time editing it and putting it all together. So thank you all for hanging tight with me and enjoy the video. And welcome everyone to the giant sequoia forest. Finally made it up here. Look at these things. Look. That doesn't put it in perspective based on where my head is, but this place is huge and amazing, and it's raining a little bit, but that doesn't bother me at all. I take the light drizzle of rain over snow any day. So I'm glad I made it up here. The drive up here was gorgeous because right now I'm at about 7,000 feet, over a mile, close to a mile and a half above sea level. And I'm looking for places to hike, looking for trailheads. I don't know, it's something else because it's been a very long time since I've been up this height, and the sequoia trees are the largest trees in the world, and this is like an internationally known, a world-renowned, known trail location, like wonder of the world, if you want to think of it that way. And right now I'm wandering around because I'm trying to find a trail. Oh yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Heading out to Sunset Rock, going down these paths. I think it's about like a mile. Super easy. I'm out of the car, so a mile will not take me that long to walk. But I know these videos aren't putting it in the best of perspective. And I have to apologize now. Because I was flying out here for work, I didn't really think to bring my nicer camera, so we're dealing with the phone camera again. It's unfortunate, but at least I managed to get out here. That's all that matters. In my future adventures and wherever work takes me, I want to continue to do all these videos where I just go out and show you all different places that I can go and visit. And I will promise you that I will bring my better equipment when I do that. This was kind of a spur of the moment sort of thing. I'm gonna see what the trails are like here because it is starting to it's a drizzle, I should say, but California people aren't used to the Midwest winters, so this is cold for them, while for me, I'm just wearing a flannel shirt. But regardless, let's pick up these trails, let's head on out. So quiet out and so nice. I haven't been able to do this in a long time. Out hiking, honestly, I think the last time is over the summer when I did the last vlog up in Wisconsin. But being out like this again, this is what I love to do. I'm not much of an indoor type person, as you could probably tell from, oh, I kind of want to, there's a slight trail that I'm going on right now. I'm going off the main trail to a slight down trail. And it looks like a picturesque moment right here between two sequoias. It's so quiet. And I'm looking up here, check this out. There's this little hollow here between these two sequoias. These little finds like this, like, they're amazing, to be honest with you. Because when I came driving up, most everyone was coming up from point to point. So going up the mountainsides, there were these little sides to these very narrow roads. They were these little enclaves, these little viewpoints that you just pull over and take pictures and, you know, cuddle and do whatever that crazy people do when they drive up mountains. I don't know, don't look at me, don't do that. But people would just be driving up the mountain, up the entire paths, and pulling off to the side, taking pictures, and then getting back in their car and driving. And I thought about it, I'm like, you're missing all the trails that are out here. There's so many miles and miles of trails, so many trails that you can actually go on and explore, and they have all of these highlights. Like right now, we're going to Sunset Rock, and then when I went and spoke to the people who were working the visiting center, they were telling me all these different things. They asked me, like, are you an avid hiker? I said, yes I am, yes I am. And then from there, we basically just pointed out all the sites of the more secluded but still breathtaking places that you don't necessarily drive up to, places that you actually spend the day and hike out to, which is what I love doing, what I'm doing now. So I'm up in the top of this mountain, and there's legitimate fog rolling over here. All this fog in the trees on the top of the mountains, and this is just something else. I know I keep saying that, but it's a view that I haven't had the opportunity to check out in a long time. The last time I've been to this level of elevation is about 10 years ago, and that was south in New Mexico in the southern Rockies, the desert, high desert area. But oh, here we go, here's another one, hold on. Here, the views like this would often make it worth it. I'm 7,000 feet above sea level, and you can see the fog just slowly rolling across the mountainside. And yes, it's cloudy because of the rain and the overcast, but it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's serene. It's exactly what I needed. And when I found out that I would have the opportunity to come out to this area of California to work, I jumped for the opportunity to spend a day out here. I'm planning on spending most of the afternoon here at the Sequoias, and then following it up with another trip next week to Yosemite, possibly into one of the cities. I haven't decided which. I do have a friend out in one of the areas, but we'll see. We're playing it by ear. I mean, this is for work, but if I can get out for a couple of hours, I will most definitely do that. I will. Okay, I think I found it. I think I found our little sunset rock here. It's a bit more than a rock. It's more like a cliff on the mountainside, if you ask me. But getting closer, let's take a good look at what we're dealing with here. Because I can tell that this is going to have a beautiful view. And it looks to be another path over here. A marble bridge in 2.5 miles. That's tempting. I'll have to check my map to see where that leads and if it routes me back. But I want to check this out first. This is my top priority. Number 1. Right now. Right here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I really wish I would have brought my actual fancy camera, because Yeah. This is beyond words. I think I've probably seen like professional photography of this area, to be sure, but to experience things in places like this myself is so it's just amazing. It's different from what you see when you're watching the movies, and like driving up here, it was the winding the road back and forth, tight turns, and I always thought about those silly commercials when they show some sort of new sports car, but it's real. All that is just, it's tight, it's very, very narrow, and other cars are coming past you, and it's beautiful sights both ways, anywhere you look. It's all real. And it's fantastic. It's so much different to see it with your own eyes than it would be just seeing it through others. And I'm sorry I cannot provide more of a realistic view for you, but just take my word for it, this is amazing. The rain's picking up a little bit because I've moved into the open. So what I'm gonna do is head back in, check the map, see if that loop comes back around towards the main area where I started, and pick up any wooded trails so I can stay out of the rain. Rain's starting to pick up a little bit, which is why I switched to this ugly red, super obvious light rain jacket. And I mean, it works. But right now I decided to go on a different route, one that has a bit more tree coverage. And right now I'm actually walking by a road on a asphalt trail, and it's one of the more common touristy trails that they call wheelchair accessible. Reason being is because we can go through it, and there are apparently some exhibits along the way, and that's not really my thing. I mean, it is educational, to be sure, and I did take a look into the museums already, but what I want to do is a bit more of the moderate to intense hikes. That's what I'm used to. So we see right here, perfect timing by the way, our regular trail over yonder, and then that's backwards. That's still backwards. It says Bear Hill that way. So what I'm doing is this nice loop that takes me even further up. Who'd have thought? Nice loop that takes me further up into the actual giant tree grove of the sequoias. It's raining. I'm going to, if it picks up too much, I'm going to turn tail, head back to the car. One thing I'm a little worried about is driving down a mountain, a narrow mountain road when it's wet in a small car. So I'm going to take my time. I've got plenty of gas, not worried there. That's a huge point to make, is when you're doing stuff like this, it's fantastic. You can feel so alive, you can feel so energetic, but be safe. Like, I'm staying on trails, I'm by myself, I'm not wandering. If I had a group or even another person and I had more time on my hand and it was better weather, if all those conditions could be met, then I would go a lot further. But I packed for an afternoon, I have some snacks, I'm by myself, I'm staying on trails that are closer to the road and that are shorter for that purpose. It's something you just have to play smart. And it's unfortunate because the sequoias and the kings, which are neighboring national parks, are huge. And if I could spend, I don't know, excuse me, if I could spend, let's say, a week out here, I'm sure I wouldn't even cover half of it. It's just that amazing. So to get as much as I can in an afternoon, I basically told myself, drive up here, and the moment you have multiple trailheads, take off. Just start walking, start hiking, get as much as you can while you're up here. There are very mountainous areas and other places I could have stopped on my way up here, but I told myself, you know, the reason why people come here is for something unique, and that's the sequoias, the giant trees that you see all around me. So with that, That's what I decided I'm going to explore and spend the most time doing. That's my reasoning, that's my logic. I don't know why I'm rambling to all you all. You wanted to come in here. You watched this video because you wanted to see the actual location, same as me. I made it to the top of Bear Hill. Made it to the top of Bear Hill. It is a large loop that goes around the top of this mountain. It seems that there's a hazelwood and a round meadow path this way. I'm just reading one of the signs off to the side. But it's the top of the mountain. There's fog touching down everywhere. You can't see all that far, unfortunately. But still, it adds to the effect of it all. It adds to the atmosphere. It's still raining, as you probably can either see or hear, depending on how strong this phone is microphone-wise. I'm sorry that I couldn't bring my camera. And I'm sorry I'm out of breath, but this is 10 times the altitude that I'm used to. So, I mean, I've done hikes like this before, but not recently. Anyway, this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. No one else is around. Most everyone's staying on the main trails that are asphalt covered, which is their choice. A lot of people that I've been seeing hiking around are tourists and tour guides. A number of people from various countries. There are a couple of Spanish-speaking countries that I was able to converse with. A couple of people who were from Japan and China that I was able to help with directions at the very least. Can't really converse in those languages, but you know, it is how it is. But this is impressive. As I said before, I really wish I could spend more time here.